Hi everyone, welcome to Unscripted Coding. Today I am feeling just a bit tired, so I was thinking of doing a bit of vibe coding and in particular doing something fun. So I had Gemini open just a few minutes ago to say, hey, let's brainstorm some board game, card game ideas. And of course, I looked at the different ones it suggested and just went one step further of let's push it towards a push your luck. What I'm going to do is take this description right here and ask Google Gemini to create this as a web app against AI users. And by AI, I mean that loosely as a computer opponents rather than, chat-gpt. So, can you create this game as a single page web app with CPU components to test out mechanics? And we're going to see how we can kind of push it a little bit here and there, whether it comes to actually making it function, gameplay elements, design elements, and so on. But for those of you who don't do this, I think it's a lot of fun to vibe code at times, doing absolutely nothing useful. You'll see right here that both of these are completely consumer grade tools. We're not using an IDE, we're not using Claude Code or Cursor or anything like that. We are just going into gemini.google.com at the very bottom. We used one of the tools, which is Canvas, so that we can start building apps that we can preview. You can, of course, use more sophisticated tools, but we're just in an era where it's a lot of fun to do this. And ever since I've been playing some board games recently, I've been thinking this is incredibly, it used to be really hard to do. I had a friend who wanted to build a card game and actually built one that's pretty fun. But he had to iterate in person with his friends. He had to print them out, cut them out, kind of play test it a number of times. But now you have an AI that you can brainstorm with. It can create the art, it can create the look and the feel, and you can even get it to create what I think is really important, which is a web app version, so that you can play test it yourself. So here we go. Let's come back to the instructions here. We are junkyard scrappers, basically. We're collecting parts and basically trying to create as sophisticated high points. But one of the problems is you can potentially blow something up with the glitch cards, or alternatively, when the heap pile gets too big, it just acts as a timer. You cut out. So there is that push your luck element where you want to build a big hand, you want to build a big thing, but it could all end at a moment's notice. So you need to create this. Um, okay, let's just take a look at how we're going to do this. We're going to draw. CPU draws a bunch of things. Let's see. So I'm going up against two people. There is a log of what's happening. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you can see more of the interface. And we can start creating things. So let's take a look. Click a card in your hand to move it to the workshop and click it in the workshop to move it back. The attempt build will light up. Okay, let's take a look and see what happens if I try and attempt to build. So don't think I can do that yet. So let's just draw again, see what happens. We'll keep drawing. Hmm. I am not seeing the blueprint, so the problem here is how do I build something? It isn't clear to the user how to build something. The attempt. Ah, here we go. So we can get a mechanical canary, and it looks like 3 gears and 2 wires. I only have 1 wire, so I'll have to keep um, drawing cards here. I think this deck has to be a lot larger because these are so specific. So I'm still waiting for a wire. Okay, this is... Aha, what is this? Creaking metal. So, building... So CPU has built something. He's secured 14 points by building it. And I think that gave him one of those glitch cards that we were talking about. Okay, now we have the opportunity to build something. So here, we need 2 crystals. Oh, wait a minute, 3 wires. So I'm still short wires. This is frustrating. 2 tubes, 1 gear. Perfect. Ugh, okay. So I'm going to ask it to, can you adjust this so that we are drawing 3 cards at a time, and the deck is much larger. That way we can build more items. And so, as you can see, as I was playing, I was frustrated because the time to actually get things wasn't ideal. And this is something that would be annoying because if you're building this game, I'd have to go and print out a bunch of extra things and cut out more. And instead, right now, I'm just waiting for a bunch of code to happen here. So hopefully that will be fairly quick. And I'm just going to go on pause for a moment while this loads. And we're back. So this time it should have been sped up quite a bit. So we're going to draw 3 cards. And so we're already seeing 2 gears, 1 wire. We're still waiting for those wires. I'm going to draw. The deck has been expanded. But what's nice is that in the code, now they have created more of these configurations. So we can make this go longer by changing the scrap heap. We could start us at 10. See what happens here. So we're refreshing. And so right off the bat, we have 10 and we can start right away. I'm going to draw just 2 turns. But with so many more cards, we actually speed up the game quite a bit. Sprocket, our CPU, has already built 1 item at 7. And this time, we're short on tubes, but we can build 2 gears with 2 wires. And I remember one of the suggested things is we can throw in as many extra cards as we want to get more glitch cards. And so we will attempt to build. Ooh, that's not good, I think. So all my parts are lost. Did I even get any points? No, I did not. So that hurt quite a bit. Now I think the scrap heap is going to have to expand, just given how quickly things are ending. So I am going to go back to the code and say the scrap heap limit is going to be 10. Okay, we come back into the preview and we're going to start. I'll draw 2 gears, 1 wire. I have 1 gear, 3 tubes. This one will work. So I can build right away 2 crystals. Oh no, I can't. So I'll draw. And you can see the scrap heap is already building up so quickly. And I need more cards. Here we go. So I have 2 wires now. I think I can build, no, 2 wires, 2 crystals, 3 wires, 3 tubes, 2 gears, no. Here, nope, I still can't do anything, so I'll draw 3 cards. More wires, perfect. So now I have 3 wire. I think I can build this one. 3 wires, 1 gear, 2 crystal, and then I could get rid of a bunch of extra things here. We'll try and build this. Okay. Really rough here. And I think we're reaching pretty close to the end. And like that, we're at the end. So I think this feels a bit better. I think if I was to continue building this out, this is actually fine. And all I needed to do is adjust some of these variables. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the current play. I just think this could last a bit longer. So scrap heap might be, let's say 20 because it's going too early. I might start with 12 and maybe draw 5 cards at a time. I do have to increase the number of cards by quite a bit. And so I'm going to ask, how do I increase the number of cards in the deck? Because this is not sufficient. But through this iteration, I can get to a pretty fun game pretty quickly. So I'm going to end the video here. This actually turned out better than I expected. Now, of course, I can refine the look, I can refine the style, I can refine all of these pieces, but you have a functional card game right here. And from there, I can maybe print out, like do some artwork, use AI to build the artwork, maybe add some sound effects, maybe some animations as well. But the hardest part, I think, when creating some of these games is that you have to find the core gameplay loop first. You can very easily make the mistake of just trying to create really, really nice art. But getting this down to a point where it's fun, where it's like, this is just enough time, this is just enough length, there's just enough cards in the deck to make it competitive, changing some of the recipes here, the blueprints, and changing the requirements and the points. Getting that down and making it fun is the hardest part traditionally, but now that you can just prototype everything digitally, it makes it a lot simpler. So hopefully you have fun building your own games, because this was incredibly simple. And then tomorrow, if I decide, this junkyard theme kind of sucks, I can just change all of these names to something else to make it ancient Rome themed. It could be, workplace themed, whatever it may be. Anyways, I hope you had fun. That was fun. I think vibe coding, especially these kind of mindless, goalless ones, are fun, and it's part of the reason why I started this channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next week when we do another project. Bye.